Okay, so we're in the adjustment bay right now. She's finishing up her last warm-ups out there. She's almost ready for her spine to go ahead and receive the adjustment. If you're looking down here, this is the adjustment table. And so on the adjustment table, she's going to be laying face down, beginning, face goes up here, and the table's designed so that it has lift mechanism and hydraulic lift piece, like that. So pretty loud, sounds dangerous, but it's really not. The hip joints down here where the hip bones are require about 20 newtons of force to actually physically move those bones, as compared to the rest of the spine, like in the neck up here. If I were to go about adjusting those joints up there, it only requires 2 newtons of force, so quite a big difference there. The drop table here allows me to be able to loosen up the joints in the hips to prepare for a hip adjustment. If you're looking on her x-rays here, what we're going to be focusing on is the low back down here. From a side view, she's supposed to have a 40-degree curve in the spine down here, and you can see on her x-rays taken on October 20th, which is about a week ago now, that she only has a 15-degree curve. The red hashed line is where the bones are in her lumbar spine, and that means low back. Now, if you're looking at those dark spots right there, right there, right there, right there, that's where the nerves come out that are supplying her small intestine. And as you get higher up in here, these are the nerves that are supplying gallbladder. And then down here, we have a 13-degree angle. This is the top of the tailbone. It's only sitting at a 13-degree angle, and it needs to be up at 26 at least. So we're going to be looking to improve the angle of that, because the nerves that come out of the sacrum down here, they go to the ovaries and to the uterus. And so if you've got cut off nerve supply going to the ovaries and the uterus, then they aren't going to function properly. And as a result, when you have sustained period of malfunction, let's talk about here for maybe a year, 5 years, 10 years, over that time period, what happens is disease begins to develop in the organ. And that's exactly what's taking place. So we need to look to the cause of disease here, which is the spine and the nerve system. And you can see on the wall right there, Hippocrates himself, the father of modern medicine, said, look well to the spine for the cause of disease. So her other x-ray here from the front view, we're looking at, from the front, the spine should be completely straight. So what we're looking for ideally is her spine to be completely straight. When it's not, there's pressure on the nerves that are coming out of that area. And the biggest issue she's having from the front view up here in the upper part of the back, the nerves that come out of T1 and T2 go to the lymphatic system. That's where your white blood cells are. That's where a huge portion of your immune system is seated. And so the nerves that come out right here with that 4.5-degree angle are the nerves that control a huge portion of the immune system. So if there's pressure on those nerves, which there is because the spine is not straight, then that means that she's got a decreased immune response, and who knows how long it's been there. Based on the x-rays, it could have been there for anywhere from 10 to 15, if not 20 years that it took for her spine to get into that position. So you're talking about that time period of the immune system functioning subpar, less than its full capacity.
That feels good. Can I get one? Maybe probably do it on my back.
So all we're really doing with this is loosening up and confusing the paraspinal muscles so that I can actually go in there and adjust the bones that need to be moved.
What's that for? What's that for?
Taking a nice deep breath for me. Let it all the way out. Okay. I'm going to have you turn on your side, facing me. So now we're adjusting this hip joint that's right here. other side.
You actually felt that move?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Seriously, and you're gonna feel it on this hip probably a little bit more. Just
Okay.
because this hip's AS.
Watch the knee.
It's okay. Let me push this shoulder back,
Okay.
and I'm not gonna let you fall off the table. There we go.
I felt that.
Now I need you to slide lower down on the table. And actually I have to take my watch off for this. Cross your arms over your chest, one elbow over top of the other. Like that. Give yourself a nice huge hug. Help me sit you up.
Okay.
There we go. Deep breath in, let it all the way out. Where you went.
Yeah, it did.
And then 4.5, which means right. Take this hand, point it straight up to the ceiling. Keep it pointing up the whole time.
Okay.
There we go. Taking a nice deep breath, let it all the way out. There we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Head arm down. So up top up here, I'm not going to do a lift based on your x-rays
Mm-hmm.
because in the neck up there,
Mm-hmm.
you see you're in x-rays, right?
Yes.
In the neck up there, it's all straight above that top angle right there at T1 and T2.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So all we'll be doing is adjusting the top bone up here. And then on the other side, Alice. Decompress the points up there. Sit up. Turn to the side.
Hey, I don't think anybody's adjusted that side before.
What side?
This one.
What, it didn't go?
Oh, it did. I could tell something changed.
I'm gonna have you look all the way down.
How do you pull my favorite? Something shifted.
And then if you're looking at the only x-ray I did not pull up yet, which is this one, on the left side, your atlas bone that's up there is rotated to the left. So I'll warn you that this adjustment doesn't feel the best. Might be a little tender.
Maybe now.
But this is one of the only ways of rotating that bone back to where it needs to be.
Oh,
So you're
he
going
did
to
that.
turn your
Yeah.
head all the way to the right. There we go.
Babe.
There you go.
Whoa! Sorry.
Yeah. And as they say, the power's on. So now it's important, since we realigned the bones and took pressure off the nerves, that we do some muscle rehabilitation afterwards.